Where we left off, we ended with Luke Skywalker destroying the first Death Star. Yes, I said first, we'll get into that. And now they're going to be on their secondary base, Hoth. That's where we'll start from here. Hi, it's me, Zek, and welcome back to the What a Nerd podcast. So, now that we're here, we're on Hoth with Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia. Luke is out patrolling. He sees something that shouldn't be there. He gets caught up by a weird Yeti thing, and we learn that his abilities in the Force have improved because of the way that he's able to handle that situation. Han Solo saves him after learning that Luke hasn't returned from his exploration and brings him back to the base where there's a little bit of animosity between Han and Princess Leia now. That's beside the main storyline. We continue on from where Luke gets saved, but while he was in this weird near-death state, Obi-Wan Kenobi, who'd recently died, shows up to Luke in a weird vision, telling him to go to another planet called Dagobah to meet with the Master Yoda, who has been in hiding for a good long time. Yoda is known to be one of the greatest Jedi masters in history, and Obi-Wan told him to go learn from Yoda. So, right after Luke recovers, the Empire finds out this new Hoth base, and I probably should have explained this a second ago. Hoth is an ice planet. It is basically Antarctica, but as a planet. So, that's a thing. And now that they're being attacked, the base is going through a full retreat because they can't handle the entire Empire in their weakened state, where they lost several fighters in the last Death Star attack. So now, everyone is retreating to... I don't really know. They don't really discuss where they're retreating to. They just know that they're going to retreat as a group. They're basically going to be planet jumping. And then Luke goes on to Dagobah, where he will meet with Master Yoda. Currently, the Rebel Resistance, whatever you want to call them, they're heading just generally to another rebel-friendly planet, but Han's hyperspeed, whatever. So hyperspeed is to basically, it's exactly what it sounds like. You get from one place to another in faster than light, essentially. So Han's hyperspeed generator for his spaceship isn't working, so now the team has to settle with another plan, and they head to Cloud City, which is basically this weird gas planet. And then there's I don't know how to describe it. It's like this weird little floating island on this gas planet that Han actually knows the governor slash um yeah, no, he's a governor. That's what he is. The governor of this city, and then they're trying to get their ship refixed and remodeled and everything so that way they can leave and be on their merry way. What they don't know is that the governor, Lando Calrissian, is in cahoots with the Empire because they won't let him keep the weird floating island unless he gives up Han Solo, specifically Han Solo, to the Empire because he was a main factor in the destruction of the first Death Star. So now they're gonna put Han in this weird carbon block, freeze his body, and then give him to Jabba the Hutt as a trophy of some sort. That's the best way I can describe it. It's basically spoils of war. The magical, majestical moment where Han and Leia... Han kind of confesses that he loves Leia, but Leia straight up says, Han, I love you. And then he responds with, I know. It's great. Super misogynistic. It's great, though. And from here, Lando helps Leia escape because he doesn't really want to work with the Empire. So he helps Leia, C-3PO, and R2-D2, and Chewbacca. Chewbacca's this weird, Bigfoot-esque thing. C-3PO and R2 I've talked about, and then Leia I've talked about. So Lando is helping them escape, and they're going to go to where are they going? I forget. They're going to meet up with the rest of the Rebel Resistance. Meanwhile, while most of the events on Cloud Island were happening, Luke was busy training. But while he was training, he had the vision of Leia and Han being in trouble. So he left Dagobah and Yoda to go save them. And he did. He did. He got rid of a lot of the stormtroopers and helped with the revolution at Cloud City. But then he was like almost left behind, where he called out to Leia using the Force. Leia turned them around, and then they went to go save Luke from falling to his demise into the void of space. From there, that's around where this episode of the trilogy ends, and it's a big moment between Luke and Leia's development as characters, and where Luke like starts to evolve as a Jedi and Force practitioner. Well, something that I didn't really talk about in terms of Cloud City is that it is a very crucial moment between Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker. This is where the two of them fight because Darth Vader's there to escort Han to Jabba. And during the fight between Luke and Darth Vader, we actually learn that Darth Vader is Luke Skywalker's father, the believed to be deceased Anakin Skywalker. On that note, I'm going to end this episode talking about the second episode of the trilogy. Thank you for listening in. This is the What a Nerd podcast, and I'm your host, Zek.